Hello everyone, in today's class I'm going to explain about unary increment and unary decrement, or the unary operator increment and decrement, that is the plus plus and the minus minus. Plus plus or the increment operator, it will increase the value of the variable by 1. Example, if x is equal to 5 and I mention x plus plus, this value, it will increase the value of x from 5 increased by 1, it will be 6. It is equivalent with the expression x is equal to x plus 1 or x is equal to 5 plus 1, and the output will be 6. Same way, over here in the decrement operator, it will decrease the value of the variable by 1. For example, x is equal to 5. If I mention x minus minus, that means I want to decrease the value of x from 5 by 1, and the output will be 4. This expression is equivalent with x is equal to x minus 1 or 5 minus 1, and the output will be 4. And the second way of writing down is post-increment or post-decrement. That is when we write it as postfix, or we write down this operator after the variable or after the value, it will be known as post-increment or post-decrement. For example, after the variable a, I mentioned plus plus or a plus plus. This plus plus, I wrote it down after the variable a. Therefore, a plus plus will be known as post-increment. And the second one, a minus minus, I wrote it down minus minus after the variable a. Therefore, a minus minus will be known as post-decrement. So now, what is the difference between pre-increment and post-increment? So let's discuss pre-increment, that is plus plus a. Before we assign the value or the expression to the variable, I'll read it again. Before you assign the value or the expression to the variable, the value is incremented by 1. For example, over here we have, suppose I have the variable x, which is 5, and in a, in this variable a, I assign the expression plus plus x. That means the pre-increment of x. So over here, when I print out the value of a, it display 6, and the value of x is display 6. Why? Because before this expression will get execute, the value of x already get increased. It's already getting increased. Therefore, after increasing, that value will get assigned to the variable a. That is, the value of x, which is 5, will get increased first by 1. It will change to 6, and then it will get assigned to a. Therefore, the value of a, when you print out, it will be 6. And the value of x, automatically it will get increased from 5 to 6. Therefore, when you print out, the value of x will be 6. That means in pre-increment, before this expression will execute, the value of x is already increased by 1. Therefore, when you print out, the value of x will get increased to the new value, that is 6. But in post-increment, what happened? After you assign the value or the expression, after you assign the value or the expression to the variable, then only the value will be increased by 1. For example, over here, in x is equal to 5, and in the variable a, I assign x plus plus. That means post-increment of the value x. When you print out, the value of a is 5, is not 6, but it is 5, and the output of x will be 6. Why so? Because over here, this expression will get execute first. That is, x, the value of x will take the old value 5. Then after this expression will get execute, then only the value of x will get increased from 5 by 1 and it will be 6. Therefore, when you print out the value of a, because the expression is not complete execute, therefore the output will be 5. But when you come down and check the value of x, the execution of the expression is totally completed. Therefore, the value of x will be 6. So from here we understand, in the pre-increment, before the expression will execute, the value of x get increased. But in post-increment, it execute first the expression, then the value of x will get increased. That's why over here you are getting the value of a is 6, but over here when you print out the value of a in post increment, the value of a will be 5. So when we talk about the precedence of these two operators, that is the postfix and the prefix, remember, postfix have the higher precedent compared with the prefix, or postfix will fall on the higher rank and prefix will come in the lower rank. And the associativity of the postfix, it will be from left to right, and the associativity of prefix, it will be from right to left.